Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my makeup routine for summertime, and I just want to show you how I do my makeup during the summer season because it's just so hard to basically have your makeup stay in your face most of the time. So I just want to show you my foundation routine and how I do my makeup during this kind of hot season. So anyway, during the summertime I don't really like to wear a lot of makeup, but I wear makeup. The only products that I use are kind of like those products that is long lasting. So anyway, I already moisturize. It's very important that you moisturize during the summertime because it's hot outside and you want to have your skin, you want to make sure that your skin is basically hydrated or something like that, or protected by the sun. So anyway, also I spray my toner because it's very important that your skin is hydrated also. And before I do my makeup, I normally spritz with rose water balancing mist, and this is from Jouer. So no, yeah, Jouer, how you say that. But I just basically spray this all over my face because it's very important that I prep my skin like that. During the summertime, have like a less makeup routine. Instead, I have a lot of skin ritual regimen during the daytime and evening because it feels like during the summertime I really don't care about makeup, but it's very important that I kind of like care about my skin more. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do for the makeup portion is I apply my primer because it's important that you apply your primer, and this is the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline because of course instant age, because we still want to have our skin protected and stuff like that while we have our makeup on. So I'm just gonna apply this in the pore section first, and then I'm gonna drag it slowly to the rest of my face. So anyway, it's very important that your skin is basically prep before you do the makeup, and it's important to use a primer. And the next thing I normally, well, I forgot to mention that before I like do all this makeup stuff, I normally prep my lips with a moisturizing balm. This is just a lip balm from Smith's, whatever this name is, this like this. It is so hard to open most of the time. I'm having a hard time opening it, so it's very important that you take care of your lips during the summertime also, because it gets cracked most of the time because of the hot weather. And then the next thing I do after that, after the primer sets in your face, I'm going to use a foundation. This is liquid, and this is water-based liquid to powder makeup. This is really nice during the summertime, and this is from Lancome. And this is nice because this is liquid foundation, but the finish is powder, which is nice for the summertime. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of it. I'm just gonna shake it really good. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of it. Okay, so I'm just gonna apply a little bit of it on my face, but not that much because we don't really want to look so cakey, and we want to make sure that we'll just covering a little bit of our imperfections. So I'm just going to drop a little bit in the back of my hand. Do it like that. Just a little bit to begin with. It really depends how much you want, but this is what I want to start with. And also I add a Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector because this is really nice. I want to look glowy on the summertime, so I'm just gonna add one pump to it like that. And you want to mix that in with your beauty blender before you apply this in your face. But this is a dampen beauty blender, so I just mix all of that, and I shear it out with a beauty blender. And I'm just gonna apply it with on the area that I think that I need to cover up, like more my roots section, and also a little bit of my neck. Okay, I make sure that my skin is blended out, and as you guys can tell, it did not really cover a whole lot of my face, which I like because I don't want to cover a lot of my face. Okay, so while I let that sit, I am going to apply my concealer, and then the concealer that I'm gonna be using is the MAC Pro Long concealer, which is this right here. This is two different shades. The other one is 25 and the other one is 15, because the 15 one, what I got at first, and it was a wrong color, so I got the 25, and so I just mixed them together so that I get my perfect color. And this is a really nice concealer because this will last you for a whole day, and we need that kind of concealer during the summertime, because concealer is very important, because area right here is very important to cover up, and it really depends how much dark circles you have. But if you don't have that much, I don't think you should, because I don't know what's the point. But I do have a really dark circle, so I want to cover it up most of the time. I can actually just get away with just concealer and just a little bit of powder during the summertime. So I'm just gonna mix it up. So I just mix it up, and then I got the perfect color that I wanted, and I'm just going to dab it right there. I'm not going to really like do a full routine of concealer way during the summertime. You want to make sure that this area right here, I want to make sure that this area right here is cake free. So I'm gonna have my concealer stay there for a little bit, and I'm not going to conceal here. I'm just gonna leave it like bare basically. And so this is the most I want to do for my concealing portion, so I'm just gonna leave that there. Just gonna let it sit. That's all the concealer I need. And so while that concealer is setting, and I'm just gonna let it a little bit thicken up, so while that's setting, I am going to do my brows. And I'm gonna use the NYX Tame and Frame. This is a tinted brow gel, and this is a really long lasting brow gel during the summertime, because this will not budge throughout the day. So it's important that you use a brow products that will last you for a whole day, and it will not budge whenever you sweat, because it's so hot outside. And during the summertime, we wanna, as I was saying before my battery died on me. So anyway, I'm just going to apply this all over my brows. And the shade of this is brunette, which is dark enough for my brows. And the brows are done. The concealer is still there, because we're gonna try and make it a little bit thicker. So now it is a little bit dry than I want to. It's already dry, so I'm just going to blend it out. It is ready now. This concealer is really like a full coverage. And as you guys can tell, my brows is mostly a little bit natural than I normally, what I normally would do, because during the summer, it's important that our makeup doesn't look fake. Like a little bit, just enhance of yourself, but not too much. It's not very appealing if your makeup looks makeup. So the concealer is done. Now I am going to go over with my Too Faced Poreless Skin Smoothing Pressed Powder. This is basically a a base powder before you put your powder foundation. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face, but not too much. So I'm just gonna apply this a little bit right here in my concealer portion, because we want to prime that there. Make sure that the concealer doesn't go anywhere, and this literally will help you throughout the day, because this will help your powder, because it's a primer powder. And I'm just applying it sheerly. Make sure that I don't apply too much. And I'm just gonna leave this flaw right here, because I really don't want to apply too much. A little bit of my neck, make sure that the makeup will also stay there. And I'm also gonna apply on my brows, make sure that the gel is not going to budge. It's very important that you do that, because the powder will literally help the gel stay in there. Yes, I'm gonna do my blush, and this is the Sleek Makeup Cream Powder to Blush, because we want to make sure that everything we're using right now is like powder, formulation, and this is cream, so this is really, really nice. I really love this. It's long lasting blush, and I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Stippling brush. The reason why I want to apply this first before my powder, because we want to make sure that the blush will look natural on our face. So I'm going to apply this on the cheek, because we want to make sure that the blush is just really, really natural. And I am going to kind of like contour it a little bit with this blush, so that it looks a little bit flush. It is a really, really nice blush, and I just recently discovered this when I was cleaning my makeup stash the other day, and I'm like, what? I have that? Oh my gosh. So, and most of the time I use a tinted blush, because we want to make sure that the blush will stay whole day. Nothing will stay nothing will stay a long time during summertime, because makeup will melt. So we want to make sure that most of our products is powder finish, and if you're using a cream, make sure that you're using a powder finish. So I'm just really shearing, applying it, not too heavy on my skin. And on this one, I am circling motion, applying it on my cheeks. It is a really, really pretty color, and I can't get enough. Alright, I'm just gonna sheerly apply this on my face, just like this. And now we're going to apply a little bit of bronzer before I put before I apply my powder. I'm so sleepy. I could literally sleep the whole day, but I have to do this video. I'm just kidding. So anyway, I'm just gonna apply my bronzer, because I want to make sure that my skin is naturally bronzed before I put my powder. And so I'm gonna use the Lorac Take Me to Tantigo, and I'm gonna use the brush that came with it, which is really, really, really amazing colors. I really love this palette, and I just recently got this, so I'm just gonna apply these two colors right here. This is a little bit darker, so I'm just gonna apply this lighter portion with it, so not too much. And before you apply this on your straight to your face, we want to make sure that you tap it, so that the excess won't go everywhere in your face. So I'm just gonna a little bit do it like that, really sheerly do it like that. The brush is really, really pretty, and I like it. I'm gonna make sure that it's not fake. Just gonna apply it right here most of the time, right here. Okay, and also down here. It's important that they match. Wow, it looks like a really scary color, but when you apply this, it's not that really hyper pigmented. So the way you apply, the way I apply it, I take it up so that it blends with the blush. Haven't been to the beach this summer yet, so I'm really thinking of going next month. So I'm just so busy, ain't got no time. You want to make sure that your neck is a little bit bronze. And now I'm gonna apply it just a little bit on the temples and also down here. I'm not going to contour my nose because, well, we can't do that because we want to make sure that it's not, well, fake. The bronze way, you can do it like this too, and this is very natural way. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is to apply the foundation, powder foundation, and the one that I'm using is the Perfect Skin from Becca, and this is mineral powder. This is actually, yeah, powder foundation from Becca, and this is mineral because mineral is really good for your skin during the summertime. Yes, and this is in the shade Nude. So I'm gonna apply this on my face. Let me see if I can find. Okay, so I'm gonna apply this on my face. Finally, this is really pigmented. Look at that. Just gonna make sure that the excess is not gonna be on my face. And I'm just going to apply this in here first. So I'm just gonna apply this now on the concealer, basically all over my face. That way the blush portion is gonna look natural. And the way I apply the foundation is downward. Am I recording? So the way I apply the powder foundation is downward and sweeping when it comes to forehead. Make sure that it's not cakey. I really love this powder foundation. It's really nice and it does last all day. And that's the powder foundation. This is a really good powder foundation. I love Becca, but this is even like 10 times, 20 times love. This is really good foundation. It just gives you some sort of a glow actually. You know, powder itself has a glow in it for some reason. So anyway, the next step is going to be to set my under eyes, which I'm going to apply the Bene Luxury Powder in Buff, and not too much, just a little bit to make sure that it does last there for a little, not whole day, but a little bit, like, you know, a little bit throughout the day. And this will not budge because it's a really good powder. So I'm gonna just apply this. Actually, I'm gonna use my beauty blender with this because it is better if it's dampened. So I'm just gonna apply it right here. And this will make your under eyes bright, and it will also help your concealer to stay there pretty much all day. I know we don't have time to do all this, and I'm just going to also define down here. This will not look fake because the powder is in my skin color, so I'm just gonna leave it there for a little bit, let it sit there. Yep. And now we're gonna do the shadow. I don't normally apply too much shadow during the summertime, but for the sake of this video I will apply a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna use my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm gonna apply the most natural color I can find here, and I'm gonna apply the hazelnut down here, and that is a pretty color. I'm just gonna apply a little bit, not too much. White chocolate, which is this right here. I'm gonna apply that on my brow bone. I'm gonna use a different brush. There you go. And then the last shadow that I'm gonna apply is the creme brulee or marzipan, which is this one right here. Just a little bit sheer shimmery color that is so pretty. It's kind of like a rose gold color. I'm just gonna apply this right there in the middle, just to give it a little bit pop, but not too much. Anyway, I'm just gonna apply a little bit on the bottom of my lash line, and I'm gonna use the semi-sweet color right there. Just a little bit, not too much, because what do you think? So anyway, I'm gonna knock the powders down now. Anyway, see? It will still give you a little bit makeup going on, but not too much. As you guys can tell, it's still very minimal, right? Right. Anyway, so now we're gonna do my mascara. I'm gonna just curl my lashes. Now I'm gonna go over with my bronzer. I'm gonna apply my favorite palette now, and I'm gonna apply the same colors that I normally apply, and I'm just gonna go all over my face with it. Now we're gonna do our lipstick. Now I don't like to wear any shimmers on my cheeks because it doesn't look natural, so it just, I don't know, like weird looking. So I tend to not do that during the summertime. I just let it look like this and matte and stuff because it's very important during the summertime. And now I'm gonna apply my lipstick. Not lipstick. Actually, most of the time I don't wear lipstick during the summertime. I wear a balm that has a tint in it. So this time I'm gonna wear the Sugar Berry, and this is from Sugar Company, and it is in a berry color. And I'm just gonna give my lips a little bit pop of color, not too much, kind of like your own color, but not looking like a lipstick either. So I'm just gonna pop this in the middle of my lips and take it down outside. This is a really good lipstick, lip balm. It's almost like a lipstick to me because it is very pigmented. You can take this, like, anywhere. I'm definitely gonna buy the full size of this because this is just a deluxe sample that I got from one of those gift sets from Sephora. I really love it. It's just sheer, and it looks like my own color actually. Yes. Okay, you're going on my purse. I'm gonna take you. Yes. Okay, and now we're done. I am just gonna set this whole fuss with my Urban Decay makeup setting spray deluxe sample, because I'm glad that I got a deluxe sample, because I'm really contemplating of getting a different makeup setting spray, and I'm like, let's go out of the box a little bit, get out our comfort zone. So I will probably try this. So it feels like we are missing a little bit of our nose. I'm just gonna, well, I don't really like to contour my nose, but anyway, so I'm just gonna set my makeup with this Urban Decay setting spray. Bam. So this is going to be my makeup routine for the summertime, and I hope you enjoyed this video and find this helpful. And I know that this is really sheer, but this is what we need during the summertime. We want to make sure that you can still see your skin, but at the same time, you know that you're wearing a makeup. But it's just so important that your skin can breathe during the summertime, and this is my routine every time during summertime, and I love it because it's just so minimal. And so I hope you find this helpful, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and watch my recent videos if you haven't watched it. And so thank you guys for watching all the time, and I'll see you again later. Bye guys.